have CCFI, RIF, and Sooner-thon. What do you want these girls to know on philanthropy?
Oh no, there's so much more that we could add on to that list too. It's just, there's a lot to encompass in one video, and I think a lot of girls realize like what this really life is about, and they understand the gist of it, but I want them to know like really where we're at like on a day-to-day basis and what our values are and what we're all about.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we need to emphasize the importance that OU puts on charity and doing philanthropy work in our community, because we do that here. And I think it's really cool that reading is fundamental. It just so happens to be our national philanthropy, and it kind of encompasses the idea of writing your own story.
Kappa's national philanthropy is Reading is Fundamental. Reading is Fundamental is an organization that enables students to have books that are their own. Currently, in a low-income neighborhood, there's one book for every 300 students, which means that a lot of students don't have the opportunity to fall in love with reading. And not even that, they're not even being able to learn how to read. And so Reading is Fundamental really ensures that student illiteracy is wiped out of the education system, because we believe that if students enjoy reading and if students have the opportunity to have something that's their own book and learn to love school by engaging in reading at a young age, it's only going to mean that their future is bright. And so giving them the opportunity to give them something that's theirs. Kappa personally engages with Reading is Fundamental by a fall book drive. One of my favorite things about this philanthropy event is that it engages the whole community of the University of Oklahoma. So we put baskets at the fraternities and the sororities in different places on campus. I love that Kappa has really taken it upon themselves to really engage all of the nation by fighting children's illiteracy.
Begin now.
You know, today, I just woke up and I said,
Growing up in Norman, I've always loved volunteering for CCFI. In middle school and high school, it's always been one of the places that our schools have done their philanthropy for. Also, as I've started volunteering here and become more involved in this program, something that really impacts me is seeing these students.
Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Wow.
Y'all have a dance?
Red
line fresh, new cologne on, feeling so good.
CCFI is Kappa's local philanthropy, and it stands for Center for Children and Families Incorporated. Every year we have the opportunity to have a diaper drive for them and come together and bring all these diapers to Kappa and take them over to the little babies. And it's so exciting that we get the opportunity to just give this important thing that these kids and babies need that these families can't provide. Also, we get to have Kappa cupcakes, and it's so fun because this whole room is filled with cupcakes, and we all eat so many, and it's just a great time. And this year we raised $10,000 for CCFI, and we got to give it to them, and it was just so nice to see the big smiles on their faces and see how happy they were that we raised this money for them. CCFI gets to help families with difficult circumstances, and we not only get to help financially, but we get to offer them our own support. And one of the things that we get to help them do is put on Boys and Girls Club. And we have the opportunity to volunteer and see the kids and love on them and maybe provide them with the love that they might not get at home.
Big Event is a day at OU where everyone signs up to do a community service project somewhere in Norman or Oklahoma City and other areas in Oklahoma. Kappa always signs up, and we have girls go out and do different projects. We've had girls work at schools and done painting there, and a number of other projects. Some of them are in parks in Norman. I was involved in Big Event for the past 2 years on operations staff, so I actually got the opportunity to go out before the day of Big Event and meet the people that are working in our community and are in charge of these places that we volunteer at. And I really love the opportunity to be able to meet these people that are really involved in the Norman and Oklahoma City community because they care so much about their projects that we're doing, and I love being able to meet with them and see how our volunteers can better their organization. Coming from Edmond, I was always really involved in community service in my community there, and so when I came to school at OU, I really wanted a way to get involved in the Norman community and in the Oklahoma community as a whole. Big Event was shown to me by my sister, who was a Kappa before I was, and some older Kappas were also involved in operations staff with me when I first joined as a freshman, and it really gave me an opportunity not only to be involved with other Kappas, but be involved with OU as an entire community.
This past year I had the chance to work on the exec for Soonerthon. Soonerthon's OU's dance marathon, which raises money for the Children's Miracle Network. Every organization receives a miracle child who is directly benefited by the funds we raise. Over the past few years, Kappa has gotten to hang out with a little girl named Lucy. She's really awesome and loves going back to Kappa, and we'd love to have her. We normally throw her a sleepover every single year. This past year, we painted faces, ate ice cream, and just grew in our relationship with her. It's really awesome to watch our relationship transition from the school year to the actual day of the event. This past year, Soonerthon got to raise over $500,000 for these kids, and it was awesome to watch it directly affect them and have a relationship with them. As Lucy described it, it was the best day ever.
This last summer, I got the opportunity to go to Guatemala with two of my Kappa sisters. While we were there, we worked in pre-op and post-op, and we got to scrub in on surgeries and work in the clinic. At the clinic, we just checked out patients, and then from there they would see if they would further need surgeries or anything like that. It was really cool to do the work in the eye part of the clinic, because we got to check their eyes, and a lot of the people that came in, they had never been able to see clearly before, and so when they would put glasses on, their faces would like just light up, because it was the first time they'd be able to see clearly, and it was so cool. I'm so glad that Madison and Morgan were there with me, because it's so cool to be able to share an experience like that with them.
I want you to live forever underneath the sky so blue. Some people say faith is a childish game. Play on children like it's Christmas Day.
Last year, I had the privilege of serving on Relay for Life Exec. Relay for Life is an organization that raises money to benefit the American Cancer Society. I think what impacted me the most from being involved with Relay was getting to hear all the stories of the survivors and those who are battling cancer right now, as well as those who have lost their lives fighting this horrible disease. Last year, I lost my mom to ALS, and Kappa was always there for me throughout it all. My friends supported me the whole way and were constantly there to lift me up. And I think this just goes to show that the friendships that you make in Kappa and in college will be there for you, not only through the happiest times, but especially during the saddest times. And whatever that you're passionate about, there's something for you to get involved in, and your friends will be there with you the whole way. A lot of people have heard about Relay for Life, but they don't really know what it exactly is. And basically, it's a 12-hour relay where there's people walking the whole time, and there's also a lot of fun activities that go on that ultimately benefit the American Cancer Society.
Since the beginning, Kappa has given me so much direction of what I've wanted to do or what I've wanted to major in and everything. All the older girls have been so encouraging, immediately girls who have dedicated their 4 years to involvement on campus and can show me who to talk to and what to apply for. And they don't, like, nobody's telling you have to do these things, but I'm just inspired by the girls I'm around who have gotten involved in these things and done them themselves, and so it's cool to have people surrounding me that are not only like giving such good advice but encouraging me to do these things. Every single person in here is different and has their own little niche and what they love to do. Well, everything in Kappa is just 10 times more fun than it would be anywhere else because you're doing it with all your best friends, whether that be involvement with Sooner-thon, and there's 30 other Kappas doing it with you. Just trips we decided to take, or becoming an officer in the house, just any way you get involved, there's going to be girls doing it with you, and your friendships just grow so much through everything you're involved with them, and it just makes it so much more fun.